Good day, learners. Today, we will be dealing with biases and prejudices. I am Magulod-Vargas, your teacher of English. Let's move on with the second part of our lesson. What is the objective of this lesson? At the end of the lesson, you will be able to differentiate biases from prejudices. Detecting an author's bias and prejudice is considered an important skill in critical reading. Having the skill to determine biases and prejudices will help you validate or invalidate an author's claim. Moreover, distinguishing the two from one another may help you critically analyze situations and make a stand on pressing concerns at present. Now, take a look at the pool of words below. From this, identify which can be associated to prejudice and bias. We have the words unfair, assumption, favoritism, partiality, preconception, preference, one-sided, stereotyping, first impression, and overgeneralization. Now, let us discuss the meaning of bias. Bias, a tendency to present or possess a partial viewpoint. Being in favor of or against a thing, person, group, or stand compared to another, usually in a way not considered fair. One-sided perspective in the absence of neutral viewpoint. It also means to lean in a certain direction, either in favor of or against something, leaning favorably towards something or thinking positively of it when used with the preposition toward, bias toward, leaning negatively against something or thinking poorly of it when used with the preposition against or biased against. Now, let us have the prejudice. Prejudice, an opinion formed before getting to know relevant facts of a case or situation. A favorable or usually unfavorable feeling or claim toward a person, thing, or situation without an actual experience is a basis. A preconceived notion or assumption made about someone or something prior to obtaining enough knowledge to guarantee accuracy. Let us now have our examples. For bias, an employer is biased against women. He promoted a man over a more deserving female candidate. Why this statement considered as bias? The employer has not been fair in his choice. Let us have another example. Someone is biased toward her own religion. She thinks their beliefs and practices are superior to any other religion. Why this statement is considered as bias? She thinks most highly of her religion and none of other can surpass that. Another example is, there was a heated argument between two students in class. The class president defended his best friend even though she is at fault. The class president is biased toward his best friend. Why? The class president took his best friend's side even when she's wrong. And here goes the examples for prejudice. The citizens didn't vote for a particular candidate who did not graduate from high school because they think that the candidate is not capable of leading them due to limited educational attainment. Why this example is considered as a prejudice. Not being able to finish education doesn't mean a person cannot lead. Another example for prejudice. Prejudices against young people suggest that they are indifferent and reckless. This can be used to underestimate or ignore them. Why? This is an overgeneralization. Young people can make wise decisions and contribute in addressing societal issues. And for the last example for prejudice. Prejudice against older people with the notion that they are weak may be used to deny them employment or abuse their rights. Why? Old age isn't a reason to deny old people their rights and ignore their capabilities. To make it simple, bias is a partial viewpoint demonstrated either when in favor or against something or someone generally considered unfair. While prejudice is a preconceived opinion or assumption made regarding someone or something without an actual experience or enough facts or basis. And always remember that knowing the difference between the two may be useful when you are reading and listening, to validate what you have read or heard, and when you are speaking and writing, to think carefully and objectively of an important issue before saying or writing down your opinions about the matter. And that's all for our lesson for today. I hope you learned. Thank you and God bless.